Hey guys, welcome to Scratching the Dirt. This is Nikki. This is the Carnivore vlog. Today is Monday, February 9th, and today is day 171 of Carnivore for me. So I have been Carnivore for 171 days. We're coming up on 6 months later on in February, 6 full months. So let me just give you the quick update. I still feel good. I still feel great. All of those things. The headaches are still gone. The pains, everything is just kind of trucking along. So what I want to talk about today is kind of the ebbs and flows of what I've been experiencing with the carnivore. I know that this won't be the same for everyone, but because I not only switched the way I eat and my lifestyle as far as food choices are concerned, I'm also battling, this emotional eating issue that I've had for my entire life. And so I want to talk about support today. I want to talk about the difference it makes when you have the support of the people around you. And I don't, honestly, I can't even speak to what it's like if you don't, because I do. So I do want to talk about that specifically, my husband and his support, and even support that I don't see in the moment. So I'm going to kind of explain this by telling you a story. Last week, there was one day last week I didn't have a good day. Like, just life in general was trying to kick me down. Work was rough. It wasn't a great day. And so I was at home, and I was thinking about a specific food, right? Like it's the old habit. It's still there. Oh, it's been a bad day. I should go get this and it'll make me feel better. And so this food, it's from a restaurant and I can't get it here where I live. And, my husband was getting off work and he works in the town where we can get that. So I was talking to him on the phone. He calls me after work every day on his way home. And he was like, okay, you've had a rough day. What do I need to do? And I, of course, being still working on my emotional maturity, was like, nothing. I don't need anything. I'm fine. I'll just be fine. I'm hungry, but I'm fine. And and you may know that attitude, that kind of reaction. And it really, truly, I'll be real honest. What it was me going, you love me. You know exactly what I want. Handle it for me, please. Fix this. And then, 30, 45 minutes later, he came home and he was empty handed. And I was like, son of a, he didn't go get me the food that I want after I've had a rough day. And truth be told, I was like kind of sad about it for a little while. And then because I was hungry, I just got up and got food out of the refrigerator and cooked it and ate, and I was fine. Right? Like yeah, it was still a bad day. Yeah. I instantly went to, oh, I've had a bad day. Let me put this food salve on it and make it feel better. And Jose wasn't playing that. And I didn't ask him about it. Of course, I was in my own little mental meltdown, and I came out of it, and then it just didn't seem worth discussing. Like, I wasn't mad at him or anything, so I just let it go. And then a couple of days later, he explained to me what he went through when that happened. He said that he knew that he could just swoop through and go get exactly what I wanted, exactly what I've always kind of gravitated toward when I'm having a bad day. And he thought, you know what? She talks a lot about emotional eating. Am I actually helping her? If I go do this for her, yeah, she'll be happy. It'll be me showing my love and she'll be happy. But is it what she needs? Is this me just providing the crutch yet again, when really she needs to move away from this crutch? And I got to tell you, until he told me that, I had no idea that that's what his thought process was. And it's such a cool thing when you think about it, what that means to have that kind of support, not the, yay, you're doing a great job, and, that kind of support, but to have that kind of real, Nikki is working on herself, and I can either be a help or a hindrance, regardless of what it looks like in the moment, because it looks like I didn't want to help her. And he chose to be a help. And it, it played out exactly how you think it would. I was like, at first I was like, no, he don't, and then I just got over it. And then when he told me the story of how he thought it through, and he didn't want to encourage that emotional eating, he didn't want to be kind of the carrier, the messenger of the emotional eating that I've been working so hard to battle. Man, that kind of support I'm very blessed and very grateful that I have that kind of support. And so I guess the point of what I'm trying to talk about today is that support looks different. It isn't just the cheerleading and, the you can do this and you're doing a great job and all of the atta girls. It also is someone that truly thinks about what your actual goals and needs are, and then does their best to help you get there. So rather than being a part of the problem, he became a part of the solution, and he was willing to deal with my bad attitude while I got to the point where I got past it. He was okay with it. So if you have any kind of thing, like the emotional eating is the one that's big for me. If you're an emotional eater and you're trying to change your lifestyle, and you have someone or some people in your life that you can trust to ask for that kind of support, I highly suggest you do. I didn't ask Jose for that kind of support. He just naturally did that. I have to brag on him a little bit. We have both been doing a lot of work on our own, like, internal healing and journeys and all of that. And he came to that all by himself. And so the gratitude that I feel for having that is way more than it would have been if he'd walked in with that food that day. Like, that would have been a temporary salve. It would have made me happy in that moment, but then guaranteed I would have turned around and been like, why did I do that? Like, why do I always have to emotionally eat? And he just saved me from all of that, just because he was thinking about what was really, truly best for me in the long run. So if you have those people in your life that you can trust to be that kind of like tough, and they can take it, they can take your temporary ick because they weren't willing to support your bad habits, I say have a conversation with them. Because now that Jose and I have had that conversation, the next time that happens and he doesn't come home with the food, I'm going to be like, yeah, he's right. Look at this solid he just did for me. And that is only going to help me overcome this issue that I've had for a really long time. So I know it's not really like numbers based update this week, but I think it is an important thing to think about anytime we make such a drastic change. The support systems that we have in place, not that you have to have them. I believe you can do this all on your own. If you aren't married or you don't have someone that lives in the home with you, you can be your own support system. It just looks different. But for me, this is kind of a shout out to my husband, and just support helps, right? Having the support helps. And so that's it for this week. And I'm going to go now. Go find your support people. Tell them you love them. Tell them you appreciate them. And I hope you have a wonderful week. The weather here in Texas is looking beautiful. So maybe other people have some beautiful weather too. But go out there, enjoy the middle of the week. Valentine's Day is coming up, and I'm going to see you soon. Thanks for being here. Bye.